Good morning, student. So, this is the second part of Flamingo textbook, and we were learning which chapter? Lost Spring. Previous first part, we were talking about Sahib, who was a rag picker, who was picking up the rags, garbage, and he was doing workwear in tea stall as well as. Now today we are going to talk about whom? Mukesh, who is a bangle maker. Now we are going to talk about Mukesh, who is engaged with bangle making. So basically he is from Firozabad, and Firozabad is famous for its bangle. Every other family in Firozabad is engaged in making bangles. Families have spent generations working around the furnace. Furnace means what you know, my dear student. Furnace means where there is a bhatti. Bhatti means where there is a furnace, there is a heat where they prepare bangle for molding. Welding glass, making bangles for women. None of them knows that it is illegal for children like Mukesh to work in the glass furnace with high temperature in dying cell without air and light. So where this glass bangle is prepared, that is very dangerous area. Why it is very dangerous? Because there is no air and light, and he is very small. He is not, he is less than 18, suppose, which is illegal to work. They slog their daylight hours, often losing the brightness of their eyes. If the law is enforced, it could get Mukesh and 20,000 children out of the hot furnace. So, what here they are saying, person who works in that area, furnace area, it is a possibility, or you can say it is more chances of losing their eyesight. So like Mukesh, there are more than 20,000 children who is working over there. They walk down, they walk down stinking lanes choked with garbage, paste, homes that remain hovels and crumbling walls, wobbly doors and no windows. Human and animals coexist there. So here basically what I'm saying, basically here they are showing a jhoparpatti. Jhoparpatti means where there is, means slum area, where they stays, means man also stays along with the dogs, cat, pigs and all. They all stay together. They enter a half-built shack. One part of it is stretched with dead grass, and frail young woman is cooking evening meal over a firewood stove. She is the wife of the Mukesh elder brother and already in charge of three men and her husband. Mukesh and their father, the father is a poor bangle maker. Despite long years of hard labor, first as a tailor and then as a bangle maker, he has failed to renovate the house and send his two sons to school. All has managed to do is to teach them what he knows, the art of making bangles. So here basically talking about there is Mukesh, his father and his mother, and Mukesh younger brother. There are three men and one woman in the house. They are very poor. Mukesh father is also a bangle maker for a long year as a labor, but he cannot help anyone because he is very poor. He cannot help his two sons to go to school, and he cannot renovate his own house also. Mukesh's grandmother has watched her own husband go blind in the dust from polishing the glass of bangles. So here they are saying about Mukesh grandmother. Mukesh grandmother's husband became blind. He was he was also a bangle maker. She says that it is his destiny. She implies that God given lineage can never be broken. They have been born in the caste of bangle makers and have seen nothing but bangles of various colors. So here what we say, sonar ka beta sona hoga, sonar hoga, like that they are saying, means if father is doing that job, then his son also has to do the same job. Boys and girls sit with father and mother, welding pieces of colored glasses into the circle circles of bangles. They work in the dark hutments next to line of flames of flickering oil lamps. Their eyes are more adjusted to the dark than to the light outside. They often end up losing their eyesight before they become adult. So here small kids are near fire and there is no light and air, as I told you before. And whenever they come out of that furnace, it is very difficult them to see the outside light, and that's the reason of becoming blind. Savita, a young girl in a drab pink dress, sits alongside an elderly woman. She is soldering piece of glasses. Here they are talking about Savita, but Savita is also a girl who is doing the work of glass. Her hands move mechanically like the tongue of a machine. Perhaps she does not know the sensitivity of the bangles. She helps makes the old woman beside her as not the old woman beside her has not enjoyed even one full meal of her entire lifetime. Her husband is an old man with a flowing beard. He knows nothing except bangles. He has made a house for a family to live in. He has a roof over his head. Little has moved with time in Firozabad. Families do not have enough to eat. They do not have money to do anything except carry on the business of making bangles. The young men echo the lament of their elders. They have fallen into the various circles of the middleman who traps their father and forefathers. Years of mind numbing toil have killed all initiative and the ability to dream. They are unwilling to get organized into a cooperative. They fear that they will be hauled up by the police, beaten and dragged to jail for doing something illegal. There is no leader among them. No one helps them to see things differently. All of them appear tired. They talk of poverty, apathy, greed, and injustice. So basically, what I'm trying to say in this thing, that there is a middleman. मिडलमैन मीन्स बीच का आदमी जो सारा कमीशन लेके जाता है. And that middleman is so smart, he is very smart that he grabs those type of people who don't know about anything. and he take advantages of them and try to make them under their control and tells him that you are doing illegal work. If police comes to know, then they will take you to the jail. So they are that much kind of bad people. Means it's poverty, apathy, greed, lalchipan. So that's why they are not progressing in their life. Two distinct worlds are visible. One, families caught in poverty and burdened with the stigma of caste in which they are born. The other, a vicious circle of money lender, the middleman, the policeman, the keepers, and of all law and politician. Together they have imposed the baggage on the child that he cannot put it down. He accepts as naturally as his father. To do anything else would mean to dare, and daring is not a part of his growing up. The author is cheered when she senses a flash of it in Mukesh, who wants to be a motor mechanic. So, this was the explanation of this chapter. Thank you so much.